What's up, YouTube? This is the Psy-Frame Duelist coming at you guys with another episode of my Psy-Frame Deck profile. Okay, it's been a little while since I've done this. Trying to get back into it. Made a few changes. I'm kind of going a little off on this one in particular. Doing some things I didn't really think I would do. Bring back some cards I never thought I would end up bringing back. I'm trying to make it work. Okay. So let's just jump right into this. Starting off, we run 2 of the drivers and 2 of the multi-threaders. Driver's only in here because multi-threader doesn't count as a driver all the time, just when it's in the graveyard or in the hand. So you need to start off with driver, try to get multi-threader in grave, and then use multi-threader from that point forward. Next up, I put it back at 3 as my triple alpha. Alpha lets you search out any Psy-Frame card other than itself when you use its effect. So that's pretty good. Next up is triple beta. Beta stops attacks. That's really good. Next up is 3 delta. Delta stops spell cards. Pretty simple. Mostly the monster lineup stays pretty much the same, so this is probably the most LOL boring part of the video. Triple gamma, always stopping monster effects is good, and it's a level 2 tuner monster. Alright. Next up, we run triple card D, because mindless +1s are still mindless and always will be, and it's really good. No need to worry about consistency with card D. Next up, we run triple Psy-Frame Circuit. As you can tell, that's it for the monsters. And Psy-Frame Circuit lets you synchro summon when you summon any of the tuners. Also, you can, if a Psy-Frame card attacks, you can send a Psy-Frame tuner monster from your, or just any Psy-Frame card, monster card from your hand to the graveyard to make that attacking monster gain that much attack. Also, you can use it if your monster is being attacked also. So that's pretty good. Next up, you run triple Pot of Duality. I'm still not playing Pot of Desires because I don't like it, and I don't have $70 for one effing card. So I run Pot of Duality instead. Don't pick up Pot of Desires if you're a budget player. Believe me, $70 for one card is not acceptable in this game. If you're budget or on any kind of budget. Next up, we run 3 Psychic Field Zone. And yeah, I don't think I need to explain Psychic Field Zone. You just target 2 banished psychic type monsters, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner, return them to the graveyard, and special summon a synchro monster with a combined level of the 2, and they have to be psychic type in defense position. And since it just special summons it, doesn't synchro summon it, you can go for something like this where it's still a psychic type and it meets the level requirements. The condition of its summon does not matter when it just says special summon. If it's a synchro summon, that's different, but if it just special summons it, that don't matter at all. So yeah, you can't go for something like this because it's a dragon type, not a psychic type, but this one's perfectly fine. Next up, we run 1 or 2 telekinetic power well because it's a soul charge that is much less of a cost, and if multi-thread is in grave, it's immediately turned into a synchro play. I almost won in time because of this card. It's really good, and I highly recommend this card. It's also very cheap, so don't worry about it. Next up, you run 3 Psy-Frame Overload. As you can tell, that's it. We're done with the spell cards and moving on to the traps. 3 Psy-Frame Overloads because it's arguably one of the best traps in the game for spot removal, because banishing cards face down is always good and always will be good if you're trying to murder your opponent. Anyways, next up, I'm still playing this. 2 Psy-Frame Accelerator. I still really think that this card's good. And I will defend this card as long as I live, because it's actually much better than what people say that it is. Because it lets you go into your synchro plays much quicker. Sure, you'll lose some of your tuners, but you know, you gotta kind of make some sacrifices. It's really good though in getting your synchros. If you're not trying to get your synchros on the board, then you wouldn't run this card. But if you are trying to, I would recommend it. This is a card I've been testing out. I just put it in not long ago. I took it out, but I'm now putting it back in to see how it'll do. And that is 2 Psychic Overloads, just because it's a +1, and getting 3 Psychic type monsters in grave is not really that difficult. I'm trying to make this card work with Curry Bandit, but I haven't found a way to make it work yet. Considering how I'm running a 41 card deck, I'm trying to make it a 40 card deck. I might take one of these out anyways, but this card might actually make this card even better, but I still need to find a way to make these two coexist together. Once I do, I'll make sure to let you guys know how to do that and how to make it pretty effective. So until then, it's just going to be these 2 cards because I like the +1 of it, and drawing cards is always good in this game. Next up for my not budget card that makes me feel like I'm not a budget player, but I really am, is 2 Drowning Mirror Forces. I took one out and I replaced it with my next attack stopper card. And I've recommended this to many people in the comments section, but 2 King's Consonants, because King's Consonants negates an attack, and then you can banish cards from your graveyard that equal 8 or less and special summon a synchro monster with the combined level, and it's treated as a synchro summon. So since it just special summons it, you can go for a Crystal Wing if you wanted to, but that's beside the point really. Yeah, it's nice. I approve. If you're budget, I recommend running 3 of these, and you probably aren't running this if you're a budget, but I would strongly recommend running King's Consonants. It's very cheap. It's a gold rare, so it's going pretty cheap, and it has a really good effect to it for this deck. Yeah, it's 2 and 2 of those 2 cards, and it's pretty nice. You know, seeing what I can do. I need to test more with this deck before I continue, but this is my December deck profile, so I gotta bring it. I don't feel like I have to bring it out. And that's what I'm running right now. I'm gonna see what I can do later. For my synchros, or my extra deck, I run 1 Overmind Archfiend for Field Zone plays. I run 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, because it's really good and it can just negate anything, just straight up negate it. 1 Scarlet to get to the Hot Red. You mostly go for, you go into Telekinetic Powerwell, go for a 2, a 1, and then use Multi-Threader's effect from Grave. Go into Scarlet with your 2 and your 2 and Multi-Threader, and then your 1 and this go into him, and then it's really good from there. Next up, Crystal Wing. You can use that with Zeta plus any 1 or King's Consonants with any 8 in your grave, like a combination to make 8. Next up, we run 2 Psy-Frame Omegas. People have been wondering if this card is going to be on the chopping block on the ban list, maybe getting limited or something. I 100% disagree with that idea. I think that Omega is perfectly fine. I feel like other cards are making it bad, and I feel like this card should stay at 1 or go to 2 at best too. But no, I don't. I think limiting it is a completely horrible idea, and I will defend Omega's right to stay off the ban list as much as possible. And if it does get limited, even limited, I will have a hashtag free Psy-Frame Omega, okay? Because I do not agree with Psy-Frame Omega being limited or banned. Next up, we run 1 Thought Ruler. Never go into it, but it's good to have, just in case. 1 Yazi, because I have to run something that kills Magispectors, and this kills Magispectors. 2 Zetas because Zeta is amazing and is really good. 1 Psychic Life Transfer for time. 1 Black Rose for board wipes. And for my next, I'm running some MK6. I'm running number 39 because it's pretty easy to get out with Accelerator. To get 2 of the level 6s on the board, and this actually can save my life sometimes. 1 number 11 because sometimes I get 2 Zetas on the board, and if they don't have anything, I might want to use number 11. Why not, right? And then lastly, number 38 because he is just really, really effing good. Also, I didn't know if you knew this, but number cards can't be destroyed by anything, or it can't be affected by anything that aren't other number cards. I don't know if you noticed, it's a special condition built into every number card. Confirmed by Konami, by the way. Have you ever watched the anime? That's right. The anime is actually more like true than what actually Konami tells you in real life. So go by that. Go jump off a bridge to win duels. That's another good thing that the anime teaches you. Jumping off bridges and number cards being OP, completely true. Alright? Anyways, enough joking aside. This is a Psy-Frame Duelist signing out.